But if we're going to do that, that I thought was going to be the opening piece. So welcome to Listen to Player 2, a video game review show. My name is Jojo, and I'll be your player 1.
And my name is Kim, and I'll be your player 1.
And Jeff is still at the Iron Temple. Welcome to this year, 2024, where the game of the year is, of course, Baldur's Gate 3, as we all know.
And I mean, I think that we freaking nailed it.
I think we did too. So it's the start of the new year. Now, Kim, some people do resolutions, but not here. What are your, we do predictions for the new year for video games because it's time. We're at the start of a new year where the energy's fresh. People are fresh. The air.
Fresh. I mean, it's fresh here. Is it fresh over there?
It's been raining. So I don't know if does that freshen the air?
Well, sometimes I think the first rain kind of makes it smell like wet dog.
People like that smell. They seek it out. I believe it's called petrichor.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I guess I might believe that it's called petrichor. I don't know if I believe that people seek it out.
Yeah, it's like you go into Bath and Body Works does candles. Bed Bath and Beyond does Christopher Walken. Yeah. You go to Bath and Body Works and you say, "Can I have a wet dog candle?" And
it smells like like fresh rain. It's not the first rain though. The first rain is what smells like a wet dog. What you want is like third or fourth rain.
You want that smell that when it starts raining.
The rain smell before it hits the dog.
Before it hits the dog, there's a very small window that you have to capture to make this very good smell that you like. Anyway, what are our predictions for video games for this year?
Well, I think that this year is going to be, and this is big prediction here, a lot of sequels. One of the sequels that I think is not going to have to come out, but they will be announcing it, will be Animal Crossing, New Horizon.
A New Horizon for New Horizons, you think? An Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Sequel. I think that it's not, and it's gonna be like one of those really long titles. It's going to be an Animal Crossing New Horizon sequel.
Yeah, and Animal Crossing New Horizons, The Sunrise of Destiny.
Right.
That would work.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're going to have more islands, but less planes.
You can get pets now, which is going to be weird because half of your players are dogs.
The fact that there are animals in Animal Crossing that aren't pets is already on very shaky, like philosophical ground.
Yeah, because you're not an animal.
No, you are just a person who is surrounded by, I mean, okay, if they're not animals, then they're people who are dressed up like animals and you can't figure out how to square that circle, and that's a problem in and of itself. Or they are humanoid animals and life is just a nightmare for you.
Yeah, and you know, you're a human and they're not human. The good thing is though, in this reality, they kind of get one up on you, you know?
In that you're sort of an indentured servant.
Yeah, like you can't really leave. You can't leave.
No, why would you want to leave?
You made the choice to come to this island.
Yeah,
and now you have to stay.
Did you?
You did. You when you in the beginning of the game, you make the choice to. They're like, so you want to go? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, by the way, well, it's like every 19-year-old who's ever signed up for a credit card.
I was thinking it was like everyone who went to the Peace Corps.
Yeah, basically also that.
Yeah,
they're like, hey, you can see the world.
Okay, so an Animal Crossing New Horizons sequel, that's a good one. That would make sense, actually, because they are doing... The big rumor from the big media places is that the new Switch comes out this year, which they're calling the Switch 2, which they wouldn't actually call it that. They would have some other name that's not Switch.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because they did a Wii and they did a Wii U.
They did a Wii U.
Do you think they do it like a Swatch?
Okay, swatch is good because it implies that there's a bunch of like tabs of color, and I like that. What's something that's like a switch?
The stick, the branch.
The swap.
Oh, switch and swap. The swap.
The swap. The Nintendo Swaparoo.
Now, why was it called a Switch to begin with?
Because you could switch it from docked mode to handheld mode.
But you could do that with the Wii U as well.
No, you couldn't because you had a big fucking controller, but you were still sort of tethered to an actual physical object in your house.
You couldn't bring it places. I remember we had a friend that brought it to a bar, and I was like, that's a $400 gaming device. Why is this here?
Yeah, you can bring a Nintendo Switch to a bar. You couldn't bring a Wii U to a bar.
Well, no, but that's the thing. And they brought the Nintendo Switch, and I was like, this, and it was like when it was brand new. Like, God damn it.
This is very expensive.
A very poor choice.
You brought Link here to this shitty bar. That was wild of you. So yeah, an Animal Crossing as a launch title, that would work.
Why are you so surprised when I make a prediction that's not shitty?
I'm the audience surrogate.
Oh, okay.
I take the role.
I still don't love that, but okay. I'm just being like what everybody else is going to be every time they hear or see you.
Okay, I think that this year they're going to have a sequel to, I want to say, a Fortnite 2 is what they're going to have, but it is not. They're going to basically, like, at the last minute, just say that there was never a Fortnite 2. And it was just going to be another, like, quote unquote season of Fortnite. It's going to be a huge PR stunt. That's what I see. Like a sequel to Fortnite 2, but it's just going to be more Fortnite. And they're going to do that specifically to make fun of Activision Blizzard. Because I think Epic's just going to get silly. And that's what they're going to do. That's my big prediction.
That's not a bad prediction.
It might happen. I like the idea that huge corporations can have a sense of humor. They can't, but I like to imagine they could.
They would like you to think
they want me to think that. It's better for them. It's better. Yeah. The corpos like it when we think that they aren't corpos, but they are corpos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If Jeff were here, what would he predict?
Final Fantasy is coming out with a new VR game where you get to honk somebody.
Interesting. So a first party 3D dating erotic simulator.
I mean, that's how he would use it. I don't think that's how they intended it, but that's what it's going to become.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think Square Enix is like, we don't make our characters bangable. Like, that's an accident that you find these super hot.
Yeah.
And like,
this is you. This isn't us.
All you. Yeah. The only options you have are like super hot characters. That's all you get. So that's you. That's your problem. Okay. Yeah. Jeff would want that.
Yeah. I think he would want that. I hope he's listening right now and he goes, man, I hope that happens. That is what I would like.
My ears are burning. Because someone's talking about him.
But we're a video game review show.
That's true.
So when those games come out, we will review those reviews for those games.
We'll have no choice. And that's actually a pretty good transition, Kim, because you're right. We are a video game review show. That is the role that we serve in the gaming media landscape.
What we do for you.
Yep. There's lots of games that even now in January are coming out and will be out soon and have come out, and it's really hard to know which ones to play. So we help you by looking at reviews from fellow gamers, the wisdom of the crowd, and from that, we will draw a conclusion as to whether or not a game is worth playing.
Right.
So it's an elevator pitch that I almost guarantee if I was in an elevator with someone who could give us money for this podcast, I would never be able to get it out in time.
Yep.
The game we are looking at today is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Is that about the movie?
Now when you say the Avatar movie, which one do you think? Because it's not the one with the bald kid.
I think it's the one with the blue people.
It's the one with the blue people. It's Smurfs in space and also Dances with Wolves and also Pocahontas.
The one with the blue people. Yeah, I always thought it was a Dances with Wolves Pocahontas thing.
If you were younger, you would have thought it was Pocahontas because people who've only seen Pocahontas are so young they've never seen Dances with Wolves.
Wait, is Dances with Wolves an older movie than Pocahontas? How old am I?
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora was released on November 30th, 2023.
Right, because nobody was doing anything else that day.
We weren't. It is a first-person open-world action-adventure game developed by Massive Entertainment and published by Ubisoft. Quick blender for the game. It is like Farcry is mixed with Avatar. And that is literally it.
If I'm a person...
Hey, Kim, let's not leave that up to chance.
Suspend your disbelief. I'm a person.
ChatGPT can't steal this show. It has nowhere. It doesn't know where to begin.
I'm a person.
Okay.
And I have not seen or really know anything about Avatar except that there are blue people, and I guess it's like a settler colonial kind of thing.
That is even too much for you to know, not knowing anything about this.
Okay, but I just assumed because there's white people and there's blue people that's what's happening. But that is what's happening, right?
That you could have just described a cyberpunk version of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
No. Do you want me to read the description of the game created?
No, I want to know what Avatar is.
Oh, well, it's a film about a bunch of humans who go to space and they go to a planet that sucks, but they want to kill the big tree on the planet. Spoilers for Avatar, I guess. They want to kill the big tree on the planet, and so
why?
What?
Why do they want to kill the big tree?
Because there's a metal in it that they want.
Okay, so they want to extract.
They want to make cell phones.
Okay.
By the way, most rare earth metals on this planet Earth, we use them for cell phones. So that's, I got to assume what they're doing. And I've never seen Avatar. This is just what I know from like osmosis.
Okay, so you also have not seen Avatar.
No, but I can explain this part. The reason why it's called Avatar is because in the movie, there's a guy who wants so bad to kill the blue people and blow up the tree, but he can't walk. So what they do is they make like a puppet, like a Jim Henson style blue puppet, and he goes into a coma and he's in the puppet. And then he can go and be with the blue people as like a spy. But obviously, you know, enemies become friends, friends become blue lovers, yada, yada, yada. Then there's a sequel where there's water and Sigourney Weaver's avatar is pregnant or some shit. I don't know.
So wait, is this like Ender's Game?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Ender's Game either.
I read that book when I was like, I don't know, 12 or something. So I'm pretty sure I know what's going on.
This could not matter less.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Here is the description of the game from the game designers themselves as it appears on the PS5 page. Like if you go to the PS5 page, here's what it says. Protect Pandora. Become Na'vi. If you have never seen this movie, you do not know how to pronounce this word. It is N-A''V', Na'vi.
That's how I would pronounce it.
Yeah, you say that now after you've heard it. Avatar.
No, well, how would you? What would be the Navi? I guess would be the other way. Navi.
Yeah, Navy. I don't know.
Go on. I'm protecting those little bracelets that they sell at the grocery store.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, TM, is a first-person action-adventure game set in the open world of the never-before-seen western frontier of Pandora. None of it's been seen. Abducted by the human militaristic corporation known as the RDA, you, a Na'vi, were trained and molded to serve their purpose.
Okay.
15 years later, you are free, but find yourself a stranger in your birthplace. Reconnect with your lost heritage. Discover what it means to be Na'vi and join other clans to protect Pandora from the RDA.
Uh-huh.
Is that anything?
Has anyone suggested that there's some like sort of issues with the politics of this movie?
In what way?
Well, just the whole like
are we really about to cast some kind of judgment on a film that admittedly neither of us have seen?
I think that they're doing the noble savage thing, and it just
it's Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves, depending on how old you are.
Okay. All right. You know what? I have to just suspend the fact that that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
I can't. Yeah. Okay. All right. And people like this? Well, I guess we have to find out.
Yeah, we have no idea. So Metacritic, by the way, this game is not on Steam. It was released on Ubisoft, Ubisoft Plus, which is Ubisoft's digital platform.
It's Xbox Ubisoft.
It was also released on Amazon Luna. And if you don't know what that is, no one else does either.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's also on just PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. It is available for $69, nice, $99.
Nice.
As of this recording, it is on sale for 25% off. So you can get it for $52 if you so choose, or you can sign up for Ubisoft Plus for $18 a month. I do not recommend you doing that. Seems wasteful to me.
Unless you only sign up for it for the amount of time you're going to play this game, and the game is not worth 3 months of your time.
Yeah, that's kind of the challenge, right? Like you have to kind of guess, is this worth 3 months of my time? And you better pray to Awa that it isn't worth your time.
Stop it. Is that the name of the tree god? Did you just make that up?
No, I did not make that up. Awa is the tree god. You got to pray to Awa that this game is not worth 3 months of your time. It's $40, $50 or some shit.
I think that's a safe prayer. All right. Let's read some reviews.
Well, hang on. There's one other thing we got to do before I read the reviews, Cam. And first off, we got to kind of, we got to take the temperature. We got to take the temperature to know what it's like. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora has a Metacritic score of 72 and a user score of 7.8. Generally favorable is what it says. As in, it's not terrible.
Generally, you know what? If somebody described me as generally favorable, I'd be pretty pleased with that.
That's
probably the nicest thing somebody could say about me.
90s kids are going to love this. It's like if you went to the video store and they did not have, Die Hard with a Vengeance, but they did have Willow. And you're like, oh man, yeah, I'll watch Willow. I don't really want to, but it's here and I could not watch Die Hard with a Vengeance. So yeah, I will watch Willow.
Those are my options.
Those are the only options at every video store. If you don't remember video stores, I'm really glad you're younger than I am. The big three for this game are as follows. 1, it looks so good. It looks like Avatar.
Which, didn't they spend like $1 million to make Avatar?
Yeah. And
how much did they spend to make this movie?
The movie?
I mean, the game.
What was the budget of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora? Let me find out. I don't actually ever look that up, but I could probably find out.
$120 million.
Really?
It was over $120 million.
Are you just saying that? No, it's there. Yeah, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora cost $120 million.
But you can get it for the low price of $69.99.
Nice.
But anyway, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. I'm very distracted by the fact that this game was a movie that I haven't seen. That
it was 2 movies you haven't seen. And now a game you haven't played yet. So yeah, 1, it looks really good. 2, this game is boring because it's the same game Ubisoft makes every time. It's literally the exact same game every single time, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Even from the trailers, if you've ever played Far Cry, you knew literally everything this game had in it. It's another one of those. And the third one, and this is my favorite. This game is weirdly hard, and there are no tutorials.
Okay.
There's quite a few that are just like, this game's hard, but like hard in a way that it doesn't tell you what to do enough that you can do anything, which I find fascinating, if I'm being honest.
I think that's called okay, wait, I'm going to suspend. I'm suspending. Let's read some reviews.
Okay, let's get into the reviews. Let's see what the people have to say. Now, Kim, I did put the reviews in our drive. You could look at them if you like.
I've got them right here.
All right. Let's get our first review. 20 minutes into the new year. New year, new me.
From Josh Francelli.
Yeah, from Google user Josh Francelli. I have to dox people to do the reviews for this fucking game.
Yeah. This is what you get, Josh. Google user Josh Francelli writes, I don't really know what all these Far Cry babies are complaining about with having to install big updates. Hello, that's every game nowadays. 40 gigabytes, 80 gigabyte updates. At least they're working on a game. Yeah, it can be a bit rough at times, but I enjoy it. The little hidden references to Jake, i.e. the person from the movies, capital T but not capital M, are great. It always seems to put a smile on my face. Yes, the grind can be a little long, and that's the whole point. If it was super easy, It wouldn't be fun.
What? What are you talking
It was
about?
super hard. No one would play it. So they have to fill it with content. Keep you interested. And I'm always for customizing my character, capital T to complete look, capital D different from the rest. And the game can do that. You can customize everything about your character. It's super cool. I personally like to make my character more like tactical army looking, and you can do that. And you can make them look more like the other inhabitants of the game, or you can mix it up between the two. Or you can even make your mounts how you want. I got this game for free when I got my graphics card, and I like it. I think it's really put together game. And of course, it came out this month. So there's going to be bugs and glitches until they start to smooth things over. Just look at Cyberpunk.
Oh, fuck off.
Everybody hated it. Everybody hated it at first. Now I was like, oh my goodness, it's such a great game. I like these release is 100% amazing out of the box. It takes a couple of weeks, if not a month or two, smooth it out. So play it if you want or don't. If you like the Avatar franchise, I think you'll like this game.
Now, Josh, you've given us a lot to think about.
Wow, Josh. Way to walk forward and then back and then forward and then back. It's a great game. Totally worth it. I mean, I got it for free, so it was worth it. Play it if you want it or don't.
I didn't know people could still buy graphics cards now because of AI.
Oh, I just bought a bunch of graphics. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Not graphics.
Yeah, you bought greeting cards. That's different.
No. I bought those things that make the game have memory. I brought memory cards.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah, you bought memory cards.
I bought memory cards.
Yeah, so this
guy bought graphics cards and got a free game with it.
Free Avatar.
How expensive was that graphics card?
I mean, if it can run avatars, probably like $700. So yeah, I guess in context, you better love everything you're playing with that graphics card or its value falls apart immediately.
Yeah. First
things first. Got to get this out of the way. If you've never heard our show before, it's wild that you started here, but thank you for joining us. It is the new year. Thank you for trying a new podcast.
Thanks for trying something new this year. Good job, man.
We have to assume, one, that these are genuine, and two, that there is something of value in this review. And
honestly, I very, very rarely do I think that a review is not genuine.
Yeah. I think this person loves this game and is feeling quite defensive about it.
There's a lot. Yeah, he's really on his heels for a lot of this. About props to the Farcry babies. That was a cute thing to say.
That was a cute thing to say. That was actually not in the review. You just did that.
What? No, it is in the review.
No, it says, I really don't know what all these crybabies are complaining about. And you put in
I did. I added Farcry babies. I added that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. That was me, and that was not part of the review. If you liked that part, you only like me. You still hate Josh. That was me. I was trying to help him out, apparently, in my subconscious brain.
Your avatar brain.
Yeah.
So if you saw the movies, that's fine. If you didn't see the movies, I actually don't know how this is going to hit because it seems like that's kind of important. But apparently there's not a ton of the movies in this aside from you're the species from the movie or whatever.
And that's good, I think.
There's a good amount of dress up. From what I understand, it's a first-person game, so you can dress up your character, but you don't get to look at them, which kind of makes.
But it's not in a virtual, you're not online playing, so you can't show other people.
No, so the dressing up is sort of like you may as well have not bothered. You know what I mean? The only time I see myself is when I'm in a menu, and the only reason I would switch my equipment is a tactical reason, so it could just as easily not look like anything.
Right.
I mean, it cost $120 million to make this game. It sounds like that money could have been better spent than not doing that thing because it seems pointless.
I like that this guy's two genders are tactical and blue people. You could be tactical. You could be a blue person. You could be a little both.
You could be a little. Hey, listen, I love that he gives an other. I love that that's his third choice.
Yeah,
he's an ally, I guess, because he recognizes that I could mix and match equipment in a Far Cry game, which this is. I will take umbrage with, man, this game sucks, but I mean, Cyberpunk sucked at first, and it's like,
I heard that.
Yeah, it took Cyberpunk 3 years to be good.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like, Cyberpunk was good eventually the same year that Baldur's Gate was released. That was good, like, out the gate. So
Yeah,
it's not a good compare. I get what they're saying.
That's like saying, well, you know, I learned to walk eventually.
Now,
so it takes 5 years for things to be good.
Sometimes it's, listen.
Okay, I guess it took me less than 5 years to learn to walk. I just want to put that out there.
If you ever really think about walking, it fucks you up. I guarantee it. If you ever really think about putting one foot in front of the other, down you go.
Suddenly you're like, why are my feet so big?
You wonder.
They're like paddles.
I wonder sometimes how I do it, if I'm being honest. Like, because I sometimes just run into shit. Like, I run into a door sometimes, or I'll run into like a cabinet as I'm walking past it. I just run into shit. And I'm like, that was a fuck up. I don't know how I'm doing well when I'm doing well. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, because that's the fuck ups. The fuck ups hurt crazy.
It's amazing that we can balance on these little pegs.
Yeah.
And our bodies to go up for so long.
Yeah. And not only that, like, your feet have all kinds of shit in them so you can feel the floor. And you literally put a thing around it so you can feel the floor worse because your feet are too sensitive to feel the floor, even though that's the thing that lets you stand, is knowing where the floor is and how it's doing. It's amazing, I guess.
So anyway, yeah, this
is a positive review, clearly. Kind of a scuffed gem, it sounds like. But hey, I mean, that's fine, I guess. Do you want to do another review, and then we'll take a quick breath and hop back and do more fun stuff?
Yeah.
All right. This is from Google user Shelly McRoberts. Shelly McRoberts writes, "This is one of the best games I've ever played. I'm only like 2 hours into it, but it's so beautiful and there's so much to explore. The reason this is not a 5-star review is it's not in third person. It would be better if it was in third person." End of review.
Those are two pretty positive reviews.
Pretty good reviews.
It's a very good argument against the game.
But it's a very good argument for the game also, because this is one thing I'll say. Start strong.
Yeah.
If there's anything about the first episode of our show in the new year, starting strong is huge.
Massive.
I would love for people to say the first 2 hours of our show are beautiful with so much to explore. I don't know that we can get that kind of praise, but I would love it.
They have so much to give.
They have so much. There's so many beautiful things.
Reviewers.
They add so much. They're basically like analog React streamers. It's like the slowest possible thing you can do.
Yeah. Hey, they didn't have to look these reviews up. You had to look these reviews up, and then we had to read these reviews. All they had to do.
I saw some of a YouTube video from somebody that was just like reading the wildest 1-star reviews of Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, what are you doing here?
Anybody can read a 1-star review. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no one can really dig in and find like the 3-star reviews where shit gets fucking rowdy.
That's where the weird stuff happens. That's where your cousin died. And every time you play Baldur's Gate, a hawk sits on your windowsill and reminds you that he's there.
The hawk knows my name. The hawk tells me the date of every plane crash. I really like the music. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to see them do that.
Kind of like what I just said.
That takes work.
Yeah, it takes work. Even not having played this game, I am like, it should be in third person because you want to look at a Navi when you're playing a game in Pandora. That's all you want to do. That's why you bought it.
Especially if you customized it so perfectly. And it's exactly what you want.
You got a military hat and like a blue people feet thing, and now I can't look at it except in the menu. Fuck off. Like, I want to see myself standing on the sunset, Sivako, and so on. Well, all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Shelly, for that review. Now we know that.
Thanks,
Start
Shelly.
strong. Let's take a quick breath. We'll come back and we'll enjoy a little bit more comedy and education.
Exactly.
Now, Kim, before we get back to the Avatar, the Avatar game.
Yeah.
Before we get back to that, you better watch out, because someone's coming for your neck.
Oh, I thought you were going to reference Santa Claus.
No, instead I'm going to play this music stinger. It's Collect Your Neck, where we take a look at Collector's Edition.
You better watch out. You better not cry.
You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Kim, next month marks the release date. Why did I say it that way? It makes no sense that I said it that way. It's absolutely unhinged that I said it that way. Next month, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out. Do you know what that is? I said it?
Of course not.
Okay. So Final Fantasy VII was a game that came out in 1999. Let me just double check that so I'm not wrong. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII, it came out in fucking 99. Who cares? Maybe it came out, 97. Whatever. It doesn't matter. They remade the whole game and re-released the remake in 2020. Because it was everyone's favorite game from 97. There are so many people who say this is the greatest game of all time. I could not play it for more than an hour without getting horribly bored. Fight me. They re-released it for the PS5 in 2021, and now they are doing the sequel to Final Fantasy VII next month. It's not called Final Fantasy VIII because that would be too easy.
Right.
I'm looking right now at the Square Enix store. At the Final Fantasy VII Collector's Edition. This is pretty wild. Now, Kim, do you know anything about Final Fantasy VII?
There's somebody named Cloud.
There is somebody named Cloud. That is absolutely correct. There is someone named Cloud. It is a name that is stupid and remains so. Do you remember the name of Cloud's enemy? His bad guy.
Storm.
That would have been better, actually. His name is Sephiroth.
Oh, well, that was going to be my next guess.
Yeah, it just kind of rolls off the tongue. The Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Collector's Edition, which is available on the Square Enix store. It is an exclusive set that combines the following. First of all, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Deluxe Edition. What is the Deluxe Edition, you might ask? I'm glad you asked, Kim. The Deluxe Edition is the game. You gotta have that. But they go out of their way to say that it is the physical game. So you actually get the physical game.
Okay. All right.
You get a miniature art book. I don't know if the book is small or it's the art of tiny things.
I'm going to say it's a small book.
But you cannot with 100% certainty.
I don't know for sure.
Because they say mini, it's like, is it a standard size book that has less in it? Or is it, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But you get that. You also get the mini soundtrack CD. That I have no idea what it means.
Why is everything small?
I don't know. I'm paying for a collector's edition. I would imagine some girth, some heft, but no, it's very small.
Everything is very bite-sized.
Now, we've already talked about
Japan.
Yes, we've already talked about how CDs in 2023, now 2024, a physical link to a Spotify playlist makes more sense than this.
We bought 2 CDs for my 76-year-old father-in-law.
Okay.
And he said, "What am I supposed to do with these? I don't have a CD player."
Him and a 15-year-old share that exact emotion. Yeah. What am I supposed to do with this?
He's like, I don't have a CD player in my car. I have, XM radio or whatever.
I'm listening to, I have XM radio. I'm listening to Stern and Joe Rogan, and that's
not true. He's listening to this one oldie station that he buys the entire XM for.
He's supporting it. Yeah. Well, anyway, you get that. I think when I hear mini CD, if you ever played GameCube, it had those little like baby CDs in it. I think it's one of them, which I didn't know those could go in a regular CD player unless they want me to pull out my GameCube to play it.
I think I'm going to say they probably want you to pull out the GameCube.
It's got to be the GameCube. It's the only thing that makes sense. It also comes with a Steelbook case. Steelbook is STEEL capital B book.
Wait.
Like it's a brand.
So that's a brand.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
it also is literally a steel box that the game's in for some reason.
Steelbook.
Now, in addition to that, the collector's edition comes with a bunch of DLC or downloadable content. Here's what the DLC that you get is. 1, the Moogle Trio summoning materia. What does that do? It's a summoning materia that can call the Moogle Trio.
Oh, okay.
The Magic Pot summoning
good
materia.
Good thing you cleared that up.
A summoning materia that can call Magic Pot.
I read that Danish folktale.
They also clarify that it's in the game, and really, thank you for that, because what if it wasn't that? I could just thank you for adding that detail. Accessory, reclaimant choker. A choker with an effect of restoring HP when an enemy is defeated. Now, that is not listed as in the game. They are sending me a necklace that restores my health when I take a human life.
High risk, high reward, though, right?
Right. They also have the Orchid bracelet, a bracelet that gives the courage to traverse an expanding world. So that it just got progressively less sensical as it went along, and I really love it. Oh my God. Now, they also include a note here that says this is a soft bundle. What are some soft bundles?
Babies.
Babies are soft bundles. This is fair.
Laundry.
Laundry's a soft bundle. So the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Deluxe Edition contents are bundled separately from the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Static Arts Sephiroth. Now, you may be wondering why I said that last part. So when you buy the Collector's Edition, you are getting all the stuff in the Deluxe Edition. You are getting that DLC I mentioned, as well as that necklace and bracelet that aren't specifically...
Are you not getting the game?
No, you're getting the game.
Okay.
But the thing that you are getting for the Collector's Edition part of it is a statue of Sephiroth.
The bad guy.
The bad guy, the villain of the game, who everyone has a huge boner for.
Oh, okay. Let me Google this man.
He has a big sword. He has one angel wing because he went to Hot Topic when he was 12 and he loved the look of it. He has belts instead of a shirt. He has silver hair down to his waist. He looks...
How are we spelling Saphira here?
Sephiroth. And your phone's going to be like, Kim, are you good? Because you don't need to see this.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hate his hairline in the front. I have always hated that. I hated that when I was like 14 and I hate it now.
Yeah, he's he's a bit of a soft boy from what I can tell. But he's the ultimate villain in the game. I think the one angel wing, pull your finger out of your ass. You're not that badass.
Yeah.
That statue, it's him standing on a pillar.
Of course.
And there's the lowest quality looking fire I have ever seen. Like, if you've ever had a Lego dragon.
Yeah.
The Lego dragon, the fire stick that you put in the mouth of the Lego dragon.
Yes, I know exactly.
It is that.
Oh.
Yeah. Guess how much this costs, Kim? This collector's edition.
$100, $80, $106, $210.
Okay. Now, I am going to say that $210. Are you going to stick to that currency? You said 210.
Oh, now you're making me doubt it. You're doing the game show thing.
Yeah. Are you certain? Do you not like really think how much does this cost? Because I'll tell you that like the game itself.
That's a statue.
The game itself
and you get the game.
is $69.99. The deluxe edition is $99.99.
Oh, then I'm going to say $230.
American?
Yeah.
Okay. That's wrong.
Oh.
It's too low.
Is it what?
Yeah, it's too low.
Okay, 230 Canadian.
What's the conversion rate of...
it's a little more than one.
Yeah, still wrong. So it is available. I'm looking at the Square Enix website. I don't know where it thinks I am, but it's telling me that it's $349.99 pounds sterling, which is 446 American dollars, not including shipping, not including tax. Now, for those of you who are doing some quick math, the cost of the deluxe edition of the game, which is the game and the book and the soundtrack, 99 pounds. So that's $127, right?
Right.
Okay. The statue, literally the only thing that you are getting with the collector's edition that isn't in the deluxe edition, that is a physical object. They are saying that that is 250 pounds. Actually, that's not how much it weighs, like 250 pounds sterling.
That's how much they want you to pay for it.
Yeah, it's in terms of like actual money, that is a $320 statue.
Lucky you.
A lot of people have asked, is the collector's edition worth it? And I think the real question is it worth it to you to spend $250, pounds, whatever it is, on a statue that, while it is wearing technically a bustier, does not have breasts? I don't know.
Yeah, I really feel like that price you're paying for, that's breasts.
It's got to be breasts. How about another review of Avatar?
Yeah. If it's going to be $400, gotta have breasts.
Gotta have breasts.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. This is from Google user The Gaming Wacko.
Oh, good. I was going to, go for it, man.
Gaming Wacko writes, people are dumb.
Yep.
You want an honest review from a streamer and hardcore gamer, then here it is. The gameplay is boring after a couple of days into it. You realize it's Far Cry 6, but with better graphics. You're
good.
Not YOU''RE, if this is the possessive. You're constantly doing the same boring tasks and attacking the same boring bases. Gameplay-wise, if you like Far Cry and its grind, then it's worth it. Graphics aren't the issue. It's the pure laziness put into the mechanics and overall gameplay. It shows the sheer disgust coming from the company. Yeah, they will buy anything if we make it look graphically awesome. Awesome is misspelled. In this case, not true. I've refunded it, and I am obviously upset with the gameplay and replay value of the game. So I'm going to come back to that. Yep. Hopefully people stop being idiots and buying a game that's just a reskin like Call of Duty, cry laughing emoji. But let's be honest, people are dumb and will buy anything.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
okay.
Here's the rub. If you play more than an hour of pretty much any game digitally, I don't think you can return it.
Really?
Yeah. I know that's true on Steam. There's a guy who...
Well, what if this is somebody who could like return anything? You know, there's some people who can just like piss and moan until they get their money back.
Oh,
At
like
least
maybe he got
credit.
Oh, so he got like, yeah, I guess he could get store credit. I wonder what their return policy is. Yeah, it says here you can request a refund for a digital game within 14 days of your purchase as long as the game has not been played for more than 2 hours. So if you played this for a couple of days, you couldn't return it. If you opened
well, not
it,
unless you played it for 10 minutes at a time.
Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. So this person played less than 2 hours of the game. If we know that, this is what we've learned from this review. This person, if we can trust everything in the review, which we've decided we have to do,
yeah,
they were able to return the game, and therefore
in that 14 days,
less than 2 hours.
Yeah, in 14 days, they played for less. Well, it has to be less than 10 minutes a day, right? What's 120 divided by 14?
Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, they played 8.5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
They could not have played more than 8.5 minutes a day and returned it on the last day.
Right.
So they played 8 minutes a day and then returned it. That's a weird way to play a game.
And I don't blame them for not liking it. So this review does a lot for me in that if you are somebody who likes Far Cry, guess what? There's a game that's just like Far Cry, but the graphics are even better.
That's fucking wild, actually, because I played Far Cry 6 during the pandemic to like cure my depression. Yeah,
and now there's a new version of Far Cry.
And I can go to fucking Pandora, a place that people have literally said they would go to instead of live.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
And this person's like, boo, everybody else stupid. My brain good.
I have a huge brain. Joe Rogan said so. I have a huge brain. And I love returning games that are not intellectually stimulating. So I returned this one. And I got weights instead.
This falls into either the game's not different enough or it's too different category of reviews. But if you are somebody who likes Far Cry, you know this is probably going to be a game for you.
I also think it just falls in that category of, I mean, this is what I go to Ubisoft games for, is it's like, I would love to take a walk in a really nice place. I want to go for a walk in a place that's not my neighborhood. Ubisoft's got me. They're like, do you want to take a walk in France? Do you want to take a walk on a beautiful Caribbean island? Do you want to go for a walk in like, Midwest mountain wilderness? And I'm like, yeah, I would like to take walks in all of those places.
And they're like, we got you.
We have you. It will look beautiful. It will have a lot of accessibility options. And you can steal cars there. Like,
customize, go for it.
You can have such a fun time. And not only can you go on a walk, we'll let you kill people. And I'm like, well, that's a lot. And it's like, no, it's super chill. And I'm like, I don't know. You just said I can murder people, but you'll be in France. That's even weirder, actually. I would buy a game because it looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would pay to go to the movies because the movie looked good. That's literally what you go to movies for.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd all just watch. We would just watch movies at home.
Yeah. I don't think you could watch Avatar, the new one, at home when it came out. I think they made you go to the theater to do that.
Yeah, but you would just wait, and then you would just watch it when you got home.
That's true.
You wait till it comes out.
I think that actually did happen pretty fast. I know that we wanted to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I didn't want to go to the theater. And I think the next day it was available for streaming, and we watched it. So
yeah, they're not assholes.
Yeah, no.
No, they might be assholes, but not in that one way.
No, not in that one way. Well, thank you, thank you, Gaming Wacko. I'm glad that I learned something. You. Kim, how about another review?
Okay. Hold on a second. I've been doing this thing where I'm trying to cover up my good eye and try to look through my bad eye. And can I just say, I really am kidding myself when I say that my vision in the eye that doesn't see very well is not that bad. So I have to hold on.
Why don't you get that hat thing that you were talking about, the VR?
It's very expensive. I'm trying to get the company to give it to me, and I don't think that it'll work because I'm very old. But I still want to try it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just like, I don't know why. Recently I've been kind of interested because now that I know that the hat thing could work for people, I'm like, well, maybe I should try this.
Yeah. Just wear an eye patch. Makes it look badass. Like,
Well, it looks badass, except I can't see anything. I'm fucking running into shit. I can't read.
Oh.
Like I just typed in dumb people. I typed in some. Anyway. This is a Google user, Tazeen.
Oh, thank you for getting this one.
I don't know what to. You guys, I am reading this at the same time that you are listening to this, so I do not know the tone that I need to start this with. But baddest game ever. My 9-year-old son wanted to play this game, so I allowed him to play it. When I went to buy the game, there was no separate option buying, and you only had to buy it with a subscription. When I was buying the subscription, the Xbox wasn't accepting the password, and I was making the account. It was telling me that, quote, you can't access this content at this time, unquote. And even I had added my date of birth, which is 40 years. Before it was still not accepting it, all caps, so please do not buy this game.
There is so much happening here that if I wasn't sitting, I would have to.
So their 9-year-old wanted to play Avatar.
Already.
So this person went out to buy it.
This person showed their kid Avatar. Right?
They must have.
The kid could not have seen Avatar without parental consent.
Also, what 9-year-old's like, what do I want to watch on the telly today? Oh, interesting. Avatar.
What kid wants what? Okay. This is so weird to me.
You did this to yourself.
What kid reaches not for Zelda and not for Mario Brothers Wonder?
Not for Animal Crossing.
They reach for fucking not Mario Kart, not Fortnite, and not Roblox. They reach
not Call of Duty.
They reach for not Apex Legends.
Not
World of Tanks.
3.
They reach for Avatar. You just say that you wanted this game.
Yeah. So you go there and you had to buy a subscription.
That's not true. That's simply not.
It sounds like somebody at GameStop fleeced Tazeen, and this is not the game's fault.
Yeah.
So this review, this is a neutral review.
This is a classic. You could have said nothing kind of review.
Don't get a subscription to why you bought a subscription to Xbox and then you couldn't sign in.
Yeah.
That's not the game's problem. This is a review of the Xbox pass.
Well, here's what's fucked up, Kim. The 9-year-old son in this equation.
Yeah.
If they wanted to play the game, you would be better served just handing them your credit card and waiting for them to buy it and giving you your credit card back. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee the kid knows how to do it. Mr. Beast showed them. They know how. So it's probably not complicated for them. I will say though, the thing that I'm getting out of this, and I am seeing this more and more, it is complicated to know how to buy a video game sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a sale on PS5. Like it's still going on actually, but I was looking up games that, maybe I'll get this because it's on sale. And I saw there's a game I wanted that was on sale. The deluxe edition was on sale for $40. And I'm like, I don't really want the deluxe edition. I just want the regular one. Only the deluxe edition seemed to exist, which kind of defeats the purpose of it being deluxe.
Yeah, it's the regular version.
I think I actually had to like find it in the most like slow way. I had to like search it by name. And when I found it, the version that was not deluxe cost more, which makes even less sense if I'm being honest. Like, cause they are losing money by me doing this. Like, and also like the fact that it's available on a system called Amazon Luna, which no one has. That's also, if you have Amazon Luna, is it good? Like,
tell us about it.
Do you like it? Like, is it working? I don't know. I don't know how you would tell us either, but I need to like.
I don't know. I mean, put it in the comments, I guess.
We need to make like an email address that I am not responsible for that one of you can check, because I have control of the email address and I never look at it.
I'm actually very good at responding to email.
You don't have to respond to the email. You just need to look at it.
No, I'll respond to the email.
Well, that would be bad, Kim, because I don't know what you'll say.
Yeah, that's a risk you got to take.
Fuck. You're right. That is a risk I'll have to take. Shit.
Play me out. I'm starting to yawn. It's
all right. This is
been a long day. I keep trying to eat. I've got this award from when I graduated college that says cum laude, and I put it unfortunately next to a bunch of fake candy coins. And I've eaten all the fake candy coins, and I keep reaching over. I keep trying to eat the medal.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Award.
Yeah,
it's pretty dumb.
Yeah,
it's happened 3 times now since we started recording.
This is from Google user.
I graduated cum laude.
Yeah. Can I just say that graduating cum laude is so stupid as a sentence? Like,
yeah.
Because I just say come loud, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's so funny and dumb. Like, why did I work so hard to be embarrassed?
Yeah, why you can't say that. Even worse would be if you were pseudo cum laude.
Yeah, I sometimes cum laude.
Boy, all right, go on, man. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Google user Jack Gack writes, this game is honestly terrible. It's a huge waste of money. Firstly, 20 minutes before I can actually play the game, it takes about 5 minutes to actually load up in the first place. What? And when I finally get the opportunity to play, the game is so buggy that I cannot even escape the base. What a terrible attempt at a game, and for a developer to do this. They should be embarrassed.
The nerve of these people.
How dare they? Okay, so you gotta give it some lead up time. You know, like if we're listening to what Josh Frangeli wrote, you gotta give this game a little bit of a runway. Yeah,
Jack, come on, get together with Josh, and realize it's gonna take some time.
It's gotta take some time.
Okay, but firstly, actually, finally, this guy, 20 minutes before he can play the game, it will take 5 minutes to load. Is this guy signing on to AOL in 1997? Like.
He's at his computer. He's got his snack. He's got his beverage. Lemon lime Gatorade, obviously, for gamers. He's logged in. He's turned on his Xbox. It's loading. It says 5 minutes to start, I guess. So he takes 15. He takes a 15.
Yeah. He's like, well, I mean, did that never happen to you when you were a kid? Like you'd go to sign on to the internet and it would be like, and it was taking a while, and you go do something else, and you're like, oh shit, I was trying to get on the internet.
Yeah, it's like, man, I could just go jerk off in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you know what, when you say that, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they get to play, and the game is so buggy, they can't play the game, and they can't escape the base, which to me sounds like maybe not good at game.
Maybe not good at game. Unless they're saying the game is so buggy. Does that mean, okay, when I read that, do you think that they encountered a bug and then tried to get around it and then couldn't? Or do you think they encountered a single bug and then just gave up?
Yeah, it kind of seems like they gave up pretty quickly. I wonder if this person returned the game.
I will be honest. I've played games that are buggy, that have bugs in them, and I've noticed the bugs and been upset by them, and I will just play around it.
Yeah.
As if it was intent. Like, I'm like, this is not supposed to be here, but I will just play around this.
Yeah, you really can't just like clip into a table and be like, I'm done.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that like it's a good excuse for this game. What I'm saying is like when Jack is saying this game is buggy, what do they mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the developer should be embarrassed.
Yeah, that's what he means. The developer should be embarrassed.
The one person who made it. Not the huge multinational faceless
person that we paid
corporation.
$120 million, they should be embarrassed.
Yeah. There's a production intern who all they did for the entire development of this game was get coffee and then also call their mom and say, no, I'm not going to go back to business school.
Yeah.
I work at Ubisoft.
They should be embarrassed.
They should be embarrassed. Not for this.
Other things.
Other choices they've made. Everyone should be embarrassed.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really healthy thing.
That's your body's way of telling you, you could have made a better choice there. You didn't, and we both have to live with it now. Not
in a future as a school counselor, Jojo Lewis, but yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm gonna call this a negative.
Yeah, definitely a negative.
So we'll say a positive, a negative, and or a positive, a negative that tells you that if you like a certain kind of game, it's actually a good game. A neutral because Mr. Arif could not figure out how to use his Xbox subscription.
Yeah. And
then another negative for bug.
Yeah. So is this a must buy or a buy on sale?
I mean, it's right now it's on sale. I don't know if 25% is really even enough though.
I don't think 25% is enough. I mean,
unless
it's
you
so
really
weird to try to
Far Cry and you're jonesing for some more.
Here's what I'll say. I was planning to buy this if it was more than 25% off. I will say that. 25% off was not enough for me, but that's quite literally the only barrier. I have nothing I've read has dissuaded me from this game except for its price, which is bonkers to me actually, because it's a very good looking game, as we've seen.
Yeah, we've been told.
So I hope that helped. It probably didn't, but I hope that helped. Thank you for listening to Player 2. Kim, do you have any genuine recommendations for the people?
Not this week, actually. I have not been doing a lot of gaming.
That's fair.
Doing a lot of sitting.
'Tis the season, I guess.
Yeah.
I played a game this weekend I think it's available on most systems right now. It's kind of like Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I
do like that.
It's not very hard. It's called Little Gator Game.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
The premise is you are a little kid and you're at the park with your friends and your sister is home from college and she's too busy to play with you. And so to convince her to play with you, you and your friends have created this huge, sprawling, interactive Zelda-style game in the park where there's cardboard monsters and your friends are building a castle.
Wow.
It is so fucking cute and fun.
Looks really cute.
It's such a good fucking game. I recommend it so highly. It is so good. Little Gator Game. It is worth every penny. It's a little kid can play it also. It's not too hard. Like if you have a kid who wants to play Zelda and you're afraid that they won't know how, they could actually learn most of the basics on this. It's pretty great. Little Gator Game.
All right.
Great game.
This is super cute.
I know. Leave us a good review on your podcatcher of choice. I think next week we'll figure out an email address that Kim can own that you can send emails to.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think the only thing that's left to do is for me to give one final review for us to end the first episode of the new year.
Chew on that.
Yeah, chew on that. This is from Google user Michael Sullivan.
Oh.
Sully. Michael writes, just running through jungle trying to climb for hours. I don't know if that's about the game, actually.
Yeah.
As I read it.
About to learn some stuff about this guy.
Yeah. My name's JoJo.
And my name is Kim. And you have been listening to Listen to Player 2 and Dumb People and Crybabies. are my real mom and dad.